Hi, I'm Andrew
And I'm Veronica.
from Andronica English, and today
We are going to learn some basics.
the basics, the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s.
The red, pink, yellows. Something like that. No.
And what are we learning?
We are going to talk about the differences between present simple and present continuous.
So simple.
And so continuous. So, Andrew, I picked this topic because I know that a lot of learners struggle with understanding the differences between continuous and simple, especially in present, because I think in past it's more obvious, but present, sometimes they want to use present simple when it should be present continuous, sometimes they use continuous when it should be just simple version. So I thought that maybe we could make it clear right now.
Let's.
So Andrew, tell me an example with present simple, and then we will talk about the structure.
I eat water. I eat water. No. I eat breakfast every day.
Right, very good. So you just wanted to say that you have a habit that you eat breakfast every day. Good. So in this case, we use
Present simple.
yes,
Oh.
present simple, but we have a subject
plus
verb plus anything else that we want to use.
Yeah.
And what about talking about me as she? So you're not going to say you have breakfast every day or you eat breakfast every day, but you want to say
She eats breakfast every day.
which is true. And in this sentence, what happened?
To eat,
Everyone eats.
we add an S to eat. Somehow.
Yes. We just add an S
Yeah.
to a verb because
Why?
we are in third
Oh,
person.
in the third person.
Singular
In the
only.
third person singular, we add the S to the verb.
Yes.
Interesting.
It is interesting and very straightforward, but sometimes we just forget about it.
I know I do. She eat breakfast, I say all the time.
About whom?
You. She
Oh.
eat breakfast. He eat breakfast.
So, it's very easy so far.
Yeah.
We just need to remember.
Simple.
Simple. It's very simple. We just need to remember when we use present simple. For example, we use it when, as you said, we talk about
Habits.
habits.
Isn't that what nuns were?
Yes. Or we talk about everyday actions, those which are called habits.
Ah.
Tell me something about your everyday life. Like, what do you do on Mondays?
On Mondays, I cook breakfast.
You make breakfast.
I make breakfast every day.
So Andrew likes cooking on Mondays, cooking breakfast on Mondays.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Andrew, my question? How I formulated my question?
No.
I asked, what do you do on Mondays?
What do you do on Mondays?
So in present simple, it's very important to use do, which is
It's an auxiliary verb.
yes, that we need if we use a verb in the sentence, which is not to be verb. It's an action, an activity verb.
An auxiliary verb. Wow, all these verbs. There's so many, guys. Learn them all and you'll be good at English.
If we just go back to our example, she eats breakfast every day. That was the sentence. Just ask a question.
Does she eat breakfast every day?
Does she? Right. So we also add an S.
An ES, actually.
An ES. I just want to say that we talk
So
about
in the third
her.
person, we use does, not do.
Yes. It's not do, it's does. Does she? Does he? Does it? Does Jack?
Does it
Does
hurt?
Jeff? That's how it works. And also, if we want to make negative questions, what happens there? That always happens. We just use a word
Not.
Yes, that's right.
Does you not eat breakfast every day?
No, I'm. No, I just want to say that
Oh.
she does not. So she doesn't have breakfast every day, or I doesn't have breakfast every day.
No, I don't.
Oh, right. It's a common mistake that learners like to make. So it's just with third person in singular. When we use does, when we use s with the verb, and so on. It's very simple, isn't it? It's the
Sounds it.
simplest. But when do we use present simple? Talking about habits. So we talked about Andrew's habit, which is making breakfast every day. Is there any other situation you can use present simple, which is not habits, not about habits?
Yes.
Okay, let's just say, for example, we talk about timetable actions. The train leaves at 6 o'clock. So we're not saying is leaving, even if the train leaves at different times every day. According to the timetable, it leaves at 6 o'clock. So we use present simple.
So why? What's the rule?
The timetable, that's a rule.
Timetable is a rule.
Yeah.
So we use present simple for timetables.
Yes.
Listen to that, everyone. We use present simple for timetables.
Yes. There's the have verb, which has different meanings. For example, we can use in phrases, for example, have breakfast, have shower, have lunch, have a lesson, and so on. In this case, we can use them in present simple or continuous as well. But if you talk about possessing something, you cannot use it in continuous. You will use it only in
Simple.
simple, present simple. And we do that because it's a fact.
A fact. Fact or
Or
fiction.
fiction. It's a fact, not a fiction. So for example, if you say, I have brown hair, but maybe yesterday I had blonde hair, so I'm just having brown hair now, even then I would say I have brown hair. Or I have blue eyes, I have 2 sisters, I have 6 brothers, whatever. It will be by possession, we use present simple.
Indeed.
Now, we have talked enough about present simple.
We
Let's just talk about present continuous, which is easier in many sense.
Yeah.
For example, the structure, which is
Subject, verb, in the continuous form.
And between the continuous form of the verb and the subject, we have something else.
I, be.
Be, that's right, we have be. So I are going to school.
I am going to school.
That's right. I just wanted to say you are going to school.
I, be, verb plus ing.
Yeah, subject be, yeah. What about questions? What happens in questions? We just
Be, subject, verb,
we-
ing.
we swap.
You swap
right?
the verb, not the verb.
The be.
The be and the
Subject.
subject,
So,
yeah.
are you going to school tomorrow?
I are going to school tomorrow.
Am.
Oh, I am going to school. But you said, are you?
Yes. Because
So why
I'm
isn't
talking
I
about
are?
you. Because
Ah.
you need to remember what to be verb we use with different pronouns. So for example, I am. She is. You are. We
Are
are.
you? Am I?
They are. He is. It is.
Is
and
he?
so on.
Good.
So are you going? And
I
you
am
say,
going to school tomorrow.
yes, you are. But if you're not, what are you going to say?
I am not going to school tomorrow.
Very good. So we use a not.
We add not
Word.
after the be.
That's it. How simple.
And we can
How
contract it, right? Like I amn't.
Amn't. No, we don't do.
We contract the
You aren't.
you aren't.
You
I'm
isn't.
not.
Yes, I'm not. She isn't.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't. They aren't. You aren't. And so on.
I aren't. I isn't.
Yes. No.
I'm
She-
not.
She isn't. And you're not.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Okay, so it's very simple. Very, very simple. And I think,
But when do we use it?
yes, learners usually don't have problems with the structure, but when we use it, that's a more difficult question. So for example,
Generally.
yeah, let's just look at this example. So what are you doing now, Andrew?
I'm filming this wonderful video.
Right, and you are sitting on the chair.
I'm sitting on a chair. I'm speaking.
You're speaking.
I'm breathing.
Breathing.
Yeah.
You're.
I'm living the dream life
You
in
are.
this fancy hotel room
Yes.
in Kensington.
We use it when we want to talk about
What we're doing right now.
at the moment.
Yeah.
But.
You are watching the video
And you are liking the video.
and you are subscribing.
There's always a but.
Uh-huh.
We can also use it when we talk about the future.
Can you?
The close near future, the very, very certain future. So
What are you doing later?
I'm sleeping.
Cute.
or you're going to school tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm going to
so
school
soon.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Are you?
I'm getting the train back home tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm training all day.
What
Well,
are you
for 2
doing?
hours.
What are you doing next week? Because next week is just around the corner.
I'm teaching next week.
Are you?
Yeah.
Whom?
Some students.
Okay, well, that's it. Present continuous.
So
Sounds
things
easy,
now
right?
and
So-
in near future.
Yeah. So present simple for habits and usually happening things and
Timetables.
timetables. Why present continuous is usually for the near
Things that are
future
happening
or
right now.
happening right now. There's always a but. You remember? Can I say I'm starting at my new workplace tomorrow?
You can't.
You can't use it because there are state verbs.
Ah, yes, the state verbs like love.
Yes. And like and hate and everything. And
Like,
there's
you
also
can't say I'm loving you.
I'm loving it. Like McDonald's. That's wrong. Don't learn English from McDonald's.
No.
From a clown. So, there are state verbs and there are verbs like start, finish, begin, things like that, that we would never use in continuous form,
Yes.
not even in present continuous. So and there's also have. So if you say I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and a dog. So
Can't you say I'm having surgery?
you can't say that, yeah, actually, because you are not talking about possession. So you can say I'm having lunch later,
Yeah.
because you don't possess that lunch. Okay, so it's easy, isn't it?
Easy as a pie.
Yes. So next time, when you just cannot decide which
It's easying.
when you just cannot decide which tense to use, just
Remember.
remember what we have said today, that habits, or we talk about near future or happening now, or
For the continuous,
you want
of
to
course.
use state verbs.
Yeah.
And
Just remember those simple rules.
so what are you doing now, Andrew? What's
I'm
the plan?
ending this video.
Okay, and what do you usually do on Saturday evenings?
Eat dessert.
Do you?
Yeah.
What dessert do you usually? And
Muffins.
you've never invited me. You know how big fan I am of desserts. So
Well, now I'm going to rest. It's been a long, hard day.
we have had fun today,
We have.
as we usually do. We always have fun.
We do.
If you have any ideas that you wanted to share with us, just comment below. Or you can also talk about your plans in the near future.
Tell me what you're doing tomorrow.
Yes, we are happy to read your comments. Or
Or
what
now.
you usually do at the time of the day.
Tell me about
When
your
you-
timetable. Yeah.
Yes. when your train usually
When
leaves.
is your train? When's your bus to school? I hope you like this video, and make sure you like and subscribe for when we upload future videos.
Yeah, because we have a lot to teach.
Yes. We film videos every day.
As we are doing it right now.
Yeah.
We are seeing you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.